The search is continuing this morning. We do have a lot of volunteers. We're throwing everything at our search again today. We have 3 PAs around the search area playing Thomas the Tank Engine. What I would like to convey to the public, anyone in the area with a house or similar nearby, if they could put some water out on their veranda or outside the house, and if they have any food similar to Vegemite or feta cheese out on their veranda or porch, as William will seek that out. Also, if they're able to play Thomas the Tank, and the other thing is he loves the smell of and will be attracted to a barbecue with onion or bacon. If anyone has the capability to do that, that would be great, thank you. As I said, we have many volunteers again today. Thank you very much. Bush Search and Rescue, SES, CFA, Salvation Army, many other volunteers, and obviously all the emergency services. So I'd like to say thank you very much for the assistance and support of everyone.
Inspector, how unique is this part of the police search today with the smells and the sounds?
Yeah, I mean, with Thomas the Tank and the smells and sounds, it is, I suppose, different to what we often, have or, what we'll use. But at this stage, obviously, we're using everything we can to try to draw William out, and to find him as soon as possible. So, yeah.
Are there any other...
Sorry, the radius? Yes, that's correct. I mean, we're obviously searching everywhere. We have police members outside the radius, approaching houses, door knocking. So we have a very large area that we're searching.
How large is the area?
I'll hand over to Search and Rescue, who have that information.
How many people are out searching?
Look, I think those things with Thomas the Tank playing more so, putting food and drink out, those sort of things. So a few different tactics to try to draw William out. He probably, will be scared, and he is quite shy. So we're just using everything we can to draw William out.
We've heard of the life-threatening temperatures again overnight. How likely is it that William is still safe and alive?
Look, we're very optimistic at this stage that he will be, safe, and we'll find him safe and well today. As you said, it has been a couple of cold nights. It's a few degrees warmer today, which makes a big difference. Look, he does feel the cold, and so the family have said that if he finds any blankets or any sort of even, potentially horse or dog blankets or bedding, he'll use that. So even if public can also put blankets out, then William will get those blankets and use them.
And how many people are out searching today? Is it similar to yesterday?
Similar to yesterday, yeah.
Are there any other foods that William particularly likes that people should put out?
So I've mainly been told Vegemite, I believe peanut butter, and as I said, feta, and he loves the smell of bacon and onion. Sorry, thank you. That's correct, yeah. I mean, he could double back. We don't know where he is, so we'll continue searching the whole area. And as I said, we're continuing to door knock again. And so all those residents, if they can continually check the houses and outhouses, much appreciated.
How far out are the door knocks going from this location?
So Search and Rescue can answer that more, but I certainly know the police members are knocking outside of Mount Disappointment and the area, but Search and Rescue can answer more about that.
How far would William have travelled from where he left the point to the closest home?
Look, it's hard to know, but what I'm told is William's very active and he does have the capability to move quite a distance. So, I couldn't answer exactly how far he could go, but what we're saying to people is he could travel quite a distance, so don't rule out, areas outside of Mount Disappointment.
Would you say it's been
What response have you had so far from people who live in the area? Have you had lots of people living out saying, yes, we checked out, we've done this?
Look, we've had an overwhelming response from the public, which has been great. The door knocks as well, but we've had a lot of people phoning in, and as I said, police members and door knocking, and they've had a great response. All the public we've spoken to are continually checking, which is great. So, the main message, as I said, we wanted to get out there is for them to put some food and water and some blankets outside, because William will seek those out. So, as I said, to put the food down and to back away. If they see William, to make a gesture to him to come towards the food, put the food down and then move back and away, and William will come to that. So yes, he is shy, he is quite timid, so that's my best advice. It is, yes. Yes, that's correct, and still more volunteers turning up. At this stage, we do have sufficient volunteers, and I know people want to help, but we would ask that only those that have got experience in searching and know this area well. Thank you.
Okay, so that was live from Mount Disappointment, just to the north. Actually,
Hi.
let's take a listen now.
So, as you're probably aware, I'm Will's mum, and we are desperately hoping he will be found today. So first off, I'd like to thank absolutely everyone. There's so many people involved, so many volunteers, but right up to there with Mark, who's head of the search and rescue, the Salvation Army, catering, the SES, everyone is just amazing, and I've met so many people who have just inspired me in so many ways. Sometimes being a mum of an autistic child is really tough. I have two boys with autism. Will is my eldest son, and he is would be considered, I guess, very low functioning. He has an intellectual disability, and he's very smart in his own way. I'm feeling positive because he's quite resilient. He is very skinny, he doesn't have much padding on him, but he eats all the time. He's always on the move. He's very active, so he's quite fit. He's not a great sleeper, so that may not be good for him, I guess, in this instance. As a mum, it's tough when I'm trying to sleep and he isn't. But having said that, I'd lose so many hours sleep just to have him back with me. He's such a beautiful person. He wouldn't harm a fly. He's very gentle. I think you're all wondering what to do to help. I guess, if he has reached the urban environment at this point, he will look out of place. He'll be quite scared of loud noises, and he's wearing navy blue. I'm hoping he still has his clothes on. He may be barefoot though. He doesn't like shoes. He will, probably be covering his ears a fair bit if there is loud noise. Having said that, I think he's going to be pretty hungry and scared. So, food is going to be a main driver for him at this point, and he will be seeking food. He loves his food, so he will be looking to, if someone is there, he's not going to shy away from approaching someone for food. He won't ask them. He's non-verbal, so he won't. He might just try and grab it, or he might grab them by the hand and try and lead them somewhere to say, "Take me." But he won't be able to say that. Like I said, I'm so grateful for all the support and help. Sometimes, as many of those in the autistic community know, it's tough because you don't always get a great deal of support, even though, we desperately need it. Will is loved by everyone who comes across him. I have three different schools involved here who are supporting us. Mansfield Autism Statewide Services are awesome, and they are here helping everyone. His old school, Diamond Valley SDS, also, which he doesn't attend at the moment, they're also here helping because they know him really well. His new school now in Geelong, so I've moved out of the region, and he's down at a school in Geelong, a special school, and they're also involved. Anyone, he's just got this most amazing smile, and he's just a beautiful, beautiful person. I hope. I'm not really the praying type, but I'm praying now because I want him home. He's very vulnerable. As much as I've said he's resilient, he is, he is very sensory oriented, so he's very much in the moment. He'll be seeking, food and shelter and warmth and comfort too, and that's, I guess, why we've looked at music as a way of sort of drawing him out. I also want to thank my friends who are my family, and my partner. I would be a mess if my friends weren't here to support me at the moment. They've really come through. So, thank you. And any questions? Yep. I think just being as not too forward with him, just kind of being, not too much direct eye contact, but also trying to, engage with him a little bit as well. Not too many words, he does respond, although he doesn't have any expressive language, he knows a little bit, when you talk to him, like you might say, get in the car now, Will, and he will, or stop, that sort of thing. But, keep it simple and be gentle. He doesn't like really loud noises, so that includes people yelling and slow movements probably. It's up and down, I guess. Yesterday was probably tougher, I think, in some ways, because I was overwhelmed by what had happened. I wasn't actually here at the time when he disappeared. He was here with another family member, and they just sort of lost sight of him. And he is fast, and like I said, he's very fit. He loves the bush and the sea, and he's very outdoorsy. He just wants to be outside all the time. Having said that, he's never spent a night outside by himself, or he's never even been camping. So this exposure will be tough, what's going through my mind, all sorts of things. Any parent, I'm sure, would be thinking the worst case scenario. I can't do that at the moment. I'm really hoping that we find him today. I don't want him out another night, clearly. He'll be, really scared at this point and very hungry and wanting me, I'm sure.
And if there's just one thing that you're looking forward to, when you...
so many things, he loves Tic Tac, so, I want to give him a million Tic Tacs. I don't know. I often use it to sort of reinforcing behaviour, and now, I just want to give him all the things that he loves, and he will want me there, whether or not he'd actually want a hug from me. Doesn't typically like people touching him. It's always on his terms, but having me there beside him, just comforting him, will be great for me, but I think him as well.
That's all right. I think that we're I think that's about it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Penny.
Thank you so much.